Colleges nowadays are just too expensive. It costs $20,000, $30,000, even $70,000 just to go to a university, and that's a year. After college, most people end up with large amounts of student debt that they can't pay off for 30 or so years. What helps with college tuition? Scholarships. We just talked to Miss Fitzgibbons about the program that Citrus High School offers with scholarships. Let's go see what she had to say.
Okay, we're here with Mrs. Fitzgibbons, and we will be talking about the scholarships that are going to be given out to seniors that are going off to college. Can you just talk a little bit about what these scholarships are and when they'll be released?
The scholarships, we have a wide, diverse group of scholarships. There's about 78 of them, and they range from different criteria and majors, what you can select from. So the process is that you can look at all the ones that are available. If you feel that you fit the criteria to apply for them, you just apply for them. You can apply as many as 1 to 25, 50, there's 78 out there. It's up to you.
And how do you apply?
The application and directions and everything will be online Monday, February 12th, which is coming Monday. The seniors, I'll send out an email to the seniors and to the parents, and they'll get that, and they can just go online. The application, they need one application for every single one that they do. And then, depending again on the criteria, they gear that information to the certain one. And then they have to print it off, and the deadline, they bring it all to me.
Okay. And what's the deadline date?
I think the deadline right now is March 12th, so it gives you a month, and I try and get it out before February vacation so everybody can start working on it then. And then once I get them all back, I have to sort through every single one of them and send them each to each donor. So then I do a mailing, they get them all, and then they have to take time to read through them and go through them, and then they have to get back to me with who they've selected to win.
Okay. So get going, seniors. Last question I had was, is this like 78 scholarships? How much money do we have given out to scholarships this year?
Well, we won't know until it's all done because they vary each year,
Okay.
depending on funding and everything for the scholarships. So you're talking over $100,000, $170,000 scholarships usually each year. And they range from small amounts to larger amounts, so it depends on the donor.
And where does the money usually come from?
The donors, different banks, Situate Fire Department, Police Department, they all vary, different places.
Okay. All right, so get going. The deadline is March 12th.
Don't wait till
March 11th. And spend your February break doing some good stuff.
If I may ask, what are some of these scholarships? What is some of the criteria for the scholarships? What's how do I phrase this? What do you give the scholarships based on? Is it like a high academic award scholarship or
Some of them are for that. It depends on what the donor gives to me. I have nothing to do with that criteria. It's what the donor every year gives to me, what they're looking for in order to award a student. It can go from community service, you're an English major, a business major, you're on an IEP, you're just a business. Some of them are very generic, but some of them are very specific. It just depends on what the donor gives to me. So that's just some examples of them.
what if you had your own TV show?
There are none of them for that, I don't think.
Okay. So, can any average student sign up for this? Someone who's
Absolutely. Some of them, higher GPAs, some of them lower GPAs, an average student struggling. Again, go through them all and read every single one of them, and you're bound to find quite a few that you can apply for.
All right. Well, awesome. Thank you, Ms. Fitzgibbons, for doing this interview, and thank you for doing all this work for the scholarships.
You're very welcome.
All right.
Any questions, come ask. Right in the main office.
Right in the main office. Go see her.
Her name was Lola.